This video is brought to you by the Critical Language Service. To learn more about our Arabic classes taught via telepresence to schools and small groups, visit our website at www.criticallanguageservice.com.
Quick review. In Unit 3, we learned that waw and ya, which are long vowels, can also function as consonant, making the sounds wa and ya respectively. They function this way at beginning of words. Let's look at some examples. For example, the word word, starting with waw. Here waw makes the wa sound. An example for ya would be the word yom. Listen how ya makes the ya sound, yawm. We also learned several words that start with vowel sounds such as ism and akhbar. However, we also learned that a short vowel cannot be written down, rather it must be written on top of a consonant. Now let's take a look at example that the short vowel cannot be written alone. For instance, the word bait. We have fathan ba, and we should write it on the letter. It cannot be written again alone. Vowel fatha must be written on letter, like it is here on letter ba. So how should we write the word ism? We cannot use ya because this would result in the word yesim instead of ism. So to avoid this problem, we use a consonant called Hamza. And it is written like this, as you see here. So we write the word ism like this. We use Hamza. Now let's learn about Hamza. Hamza is not a vowel. Hamza is a consonant that, just like all other consonants, carries a vowel sound. Hamza takes on different shapes depending on where in a word it appears, as well as the vowels surrounding it. In this unit, we will cover two of these shapes. First, when Hamza is written on line, it is written like this. When it's written above the letter, for example, if X here represents a letter, we write it like this. You see, when we write it above the letter, it is much smaller. When a word begins with Hamza, the Hamza is always written on top of the letter Alif, making the sound Alif, A or O, and Alif represent a seat for the Hamza. Some more facts about Hamza. In everyday writing, we write Hamza like this. In the word ism, as you see, we don't put Hamza on Alif, we just write Alif alone. In contrast to the formal way of writing ism, which is like this. Notice that in the formal writing we wrote Hamza. When it is written in the latter method, it is up to the reader to realize that a Hamza is implied. The reader knows this because when an Alif is used at the beginning of a word, it is always a seat for a Hamza and never a long vowel. Additionally, since Hamza is a consonant, it takes a short vowel or sukun. Now let's look at some examples. When Hamza occurs in the middle of a word, the letters waw, ya, and Alif can all act as seats for the Hamza. The first example is the word sa'al. Sa'ala, notice that the Hamza is written on top of Alif and Alif is in the middle of the word. The next word is su'al and Hamza comes on top of waw. And the next word is aila. And as you see, Hamza is written on top of ya in the middle of the word. Note that when ya serves as a seat for Hamza, it has no dot. Compare it to here, normal ya, which has 2 dots. Notice that in the word aila, the ya, which serves as a seat for Hamza, doesn't have any dots. The final note is that when Hamza falls at the end of a word, it is written directly on the line without sitting on another letter and is also written slightly larger than when it is sitting on another letter. A good example is the word ja'a, and as you see, Hamza is written on the line. And here, compare the size of Hamza on the line and on the letter waw, and you see how it is bigger when it is written alone on the line.